Is a small and approximate simulation of spread of virus and what could be the effective measures to control those virus infections among people. Now, let me explain the setup. So here is something. Okay, so each small dots you can consider as as an individual person who is in movement. So there is all the activities going on, and they are moving around. Some with more speed and some with less. Now you can add more people by clicking add new population. So when you click add new population, so there will be like 100 people added to that, and that 100 you can control from person per population system slider. You can make it more or less. And second one is cure rate. So cure rate is something which is like maximum number of people that you can cure. So it's like if you scan your whole population and you find say n number of people, so out of those n you can cure maximum of these many people. So this is like limit of your healthcare system. So again this can be increased and it goes up to 300. So this is sort of maximum limit that you can reach. So your healthcare system cannot sustain more than those many people. Okay, now here it will, there are some informative things like here it will be total population, which is 600 currently. We will add more. Infection rate maximum, that means that one person, if he is infected and comes in contact with the other person, then he will transmit the disease with, you can say, 100% probability. And there is some criteria of closeness that can come. So now it could be like less probabilities, say 50, 100%, 60%. But for this simulation, I assume that there is 100% chance that if you come in contact with someone, then you will get infected. If that person is having infection. Okay. Now these are just for information purpose. So you'll have total infected and cured. Okay. Now let's start our setup. So let's add more people to our population. It is just drastically change. So currently our total population is 100. Now there are, say, let's add at rate of 300. So at 300 more, 300 more. So now there are 1,000 people. Sorry, 700 people. 300 more. Let's start with a population of, let's say, 2,200. And okay, maybe 2,500. It's a sensible number. Okay. Now you can see that there are some buttons. So remove, you can ignore that for now. Add population, you just seen spread virus. Okay, so spread virus is like it, when you click on this, there will be one person infected with the virus who will be introduced and who also has a potential of spreading this virus to other people. Now our healthcare system is like treating at rate of 10, sorry, 100. So he will immediately be able to detect that person and cure. Now, lockdown population movement will do something which we'll see later. It will just stop the movement of every person and they will remain wherever they are. Release lockdown will do just opposite. So the stopped population will start in movement again. Okay, so now let's begin our experiment. So suppose first we spread virus. We will just concentrate in this region. Once like middle left. So okay, on the corner. So let's see if I click spread virus again. You see that there is one person who is appearing, but he is disappearing quite soon because somehow our system just detects that person, even if he is affecting others. But our system is able to detect those people and cure them. So like 100 persons are getting cured and one person getting infected, not a big problem. Now let's see that there were some regions we were not able to detect any person, maybe because we didn't know the existence of virus or something, or we were not able to cure, and just our cure rate is zero for that particular virus. Like for that for people and people infected by that particular virus. Now let's see what will happen if there is just one person who is introduced in population with infection. So now let's add virus. Okay, so now there is one person who is going to meet another one, and then they are going to meet another. Now see, like total infected cases, total infections are increasing in this region. And now because people are moving and that person is moving, and we didn't realize that there is some spread, And suppose after some time, maybe after when 300 people are already infected, we just started treating them at rate of, let's say, maybe 12 people per person, because that's how many we could detect. Now you see that they are cured, and they are, okay, this cure is like cured in one iteration. Now you see still the infections are going on, because 13 is not enough. If those many people are already infected, let's make it 41. So when you make 41, still you see the numbers are increasing. 19, 50, and let's make it further. So like let's make it 112. Now our healthcare system is improving, and now these numbers have reduced, but they are still, so there seems to be a sort of equilibrium, but still it is increasing. Let's improve our healthcare system even better. Let's make it 225. Now you see that this spread has sort of stopped, and the both persons are getting cured. So okay, so now you see that okay, once we have more number of people, then we need our improved healthcare system. Now there are just two remaining, and let's make again our cure rate 0. Again it will start spreading, and as we saw that if we have something which is less than a threshold value, and that is our cure rate, then it will keep increasing even if we are curing, or we are trying to cure. Okay, now let's consider some scenarios, and let's see that our virus has spread till this point. Like the total number of infections are 580. Okay, so sorry, it just keeps increasing every time talking. So like close to 800, and we didn't do anything so far. And let's say we start uh, curing at rate of 20. Obviously that is not enough given the rate at which the virus has already spread. So if we try to focus it here, they will become green, but they will um, again get infected. Okay, so what we do instead, let's keep increasing this. Let's keep increasing 91. Still the infections, total infections are coming to a halt, but not permanently. They are again increasing, like from 15 to 3. You can see there. Now let's make it more. Let's make it 185. Now it's coming down faster, as we saw last time. But suppose what if we don't have luxury of improving our healthcare to that extent? Okay, and there is already 2,000 people who are infected. Let's come to a measure in which we say lockdown our population moment. So if we lock down our moment, you see now we are curing at rate at 87, or let's make it less. We are curing it at rate of 24 or 26. Still, if you see, then there are people getting cured, they are getting infected. But this one is trying a simulation in which cured people are going in an area where infected people are already there. So they are again getting infected. So this is sort of a situation which could be avoided practically, but this simulation actually takes it as a problem. But this is something. But okay, but we can see at high level that if we have say sufficient cure, even if not very high, and we lock down everyone, we can still control the endemic epidemic, or what type of spread it is. Okay, now let's do another thing. Now let's see if in this lockdown where we have a good, you can say, cure rate, let's say 77, and again the population, this is decreasing from, it's coming to 970, 969 something, from a peak of close to 2000. Now let's again release our lockdown, and make people start roaming again. Now if you release lockdown, you see now this number is again increasing. So now let's lock down our population again and do another experiment. Let's release few people, let's say maybe 50, and see what is the impact of just 50 people's moment when we are still under cure. So now I add a new population. Now this is under lockdown. Now, okay, so these 50 people, because they are in movement, they might go to the people who are already in lockdown. So this is a sort of scenario which we are trying to simulate here. And if they are already under lockdown, still they have infection, they can infect to these moving people. Now you see that these moving peoples, they are contributing to the infection, and now even if with our high cure rate, we are not getting that much reduction in our total number of infections. And if suppose our cure rate was little less, let's say 50, we again had a chance of total number of cases decreasing because this extra population that we added is 55. And you see, if we are curing it at rate of 33, it's still increasing. Okay, now let's consider another scenario in which we have, okay, we just added, we release our lockdown at this stage, and then again we release our cure rate. So if you release, now eventually everyone will be cured. So you can see that this is the best strategy that we can, again, if we just one person, so this is uh, a scenario in which you take someone to hospital and then there is someone who is left, and then okay, so this is sort of conclusion to everything. So we can see that there are three things. One, the best strategy is to lock down everyone and have a high cure rate. Second best strategy is maybe third, there is competition. You just have very high cure rate, and even if people are in movement. And third strategy is, even if you have low cure rate, you just lock down everyone and don't let any additional population movement. And as we saw, even if there is a small population who is in movement and big population who is under lockdown, still there are chances, if your healthcare system is not that effective, there are chances that you might have a spread. Thank you.